How did the alphabet come into being? How was the alphabet created? We often think of the alphabet as the set of letters used to write English. In fact, the alphabet is not tied to a single language. It began with the Latin script, used in the ancient Roman Empire. After the fall of the Roman Empire in 476, Germanic peoples who did not have a writing system adopted the Latin script. As a result, many Western languages, including English and German, came to use it. The word alphabet itself comes from the first vowel, alpha, and the first consonant, beta, of the Greek script. To understand how the alphabet began, we first need to look at ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia. The Akkadians, who first unified Mesopotamia, adopted Sumerian culture and used cuneiform. However, their empire relied mainly on force to maintain control, so it did not last long and eventually fell. Afterward, the many peoples who had been under its rule were free to act on their own again. The Akkadians had active exchanges with many regions, including Mesopotamia and Egypt. In this process, the writing systems of the two regions influenced each other and became part of their cultures. At that time, each region had its own writing system, but they were not yet organized in a systematic way as they are today. Based on these influences, a new form of writing appeared, which later developed into the Phoenician alphabet. The Phoenicians were well known for trade. They bought papyrus in Egypt and sold it in other regions, where they met many different cultures. In this process, they passed through the Sinai Peninsula, where people had created and were using Proto-Sinaitic script based on the sounds and shapes of Egyptian hieroglyphs. The Phoenicians built their own writing system based on this script, and it became known as the Phoenician alphabet. The Phoenician alphabet was very efficient because it could represent all sounds with just 22 simple symbols. Thanks to this simplicity, it spread quickly to nearby regions. Later, the Phoenician alphabet spread to many areas and influenced other writing systems. In the Middle East and Central Asia, it influenced the Aramaic script, and when it reached Greece, it developed into the Greek alphabet. When the Greeks adopted and adapted it, the foundation of today's Western alphabet was formed. An important change took place during this process. Originally, the Phoenician script consisted only of consonants. However, vowels were needed to represent the Greek language accurately. Because Phoenician was based mainly on consonants, meaning could be understood without vowels. But vowels played an important role in Greek. Because of this difference, vowels were added, and this form later became known as the Latin alphabet. Of course, the Phoenician alphabet did not develop only into the Latin alphabet. Many other writing systems were also created, but the Latin alphabet spread the most widely. So why did this happen? The influence of a writing system is not determined only by how well it is structured. Cultural and historical background are even more important. The Latin alphabet grew out of a cultural tradition that connected Egypt, Phoenicia, Greece, and Rome. In addition, as Christianity spread its teachings through the Latin alphabet, its influence grew even stronger. At that time, cultures and religions outside Christianity were sometimes considered heretical. In such an environment, it was very difficult to use other writing systems. As a result, the Latin alphabet became the dominant script in Europe. Today, the alphabet we use can represent many European languages, with only a few added or modified symbols. This is because it is based on units of sound, which allows it to be adapted flexibly to different languages. Of course, there are exceptions. For example, the Cyrillic script used in Russia was created during the translation of religious texts and has largely kept its original form. So, the alphabet did not appear suddenly in one place. It is the result of many civilizations influencing one another over time. For this reason, the alphabet is more than just a set of letters. It is an important legacy built from the history and cultures of humanity.